And here we are, Tree Lot Massacre. The only thing scary about this zone is how cheap it looks. The only thing getting massacred is my wallet for paying the prices for these tickets and getting this. What is up, everybody? It's Josh and welcome to a brand new journey and welcome to another video. Today we are here at Busch Gardens, Tampa to check out everything Howl-O-Scream 2024. We are literally less than 3 weeks away from opening day and I am I want to be excited because I love the haunt season and I do love this event, but there is just so much bad going on with this event and so much that just doesn't make sense that it's not letting me be excited for the event. So with that, this should be our final update video before opening day, unless I feel necessary to make another. But from what I know, most scare zones are completely set up or in the process of being completed. So we should be able to get everything in to this video with all the details you guys need to know and get you ready for your experience at Howl-O-Scream Tampa. So with all that being said, if you guys are ready to go on this fun-filled, spooky-filled, informational-filled journey, well, let's go. So we're actually going to start right here where we filmed the intro, which will be a new scare zone to celebrate the 25th anniversary known as Terror Through Time. Now, you may say to yourself, this looks very familiar, this setup. Yeah, that's because last year and years before, this was known as Junkyard. This year, it's Terror Through Time. I feel like Junkyard was basically a blast to the past, so I don't know what they're going to do different other than they just changed the name. I'm hoping maybe they put some icons in here or, you know, new elements that we haven't seen before from the past. Because honestly, if all you do is change the name but keep everything the same from what Junkyard was, it's just gonna be a repeat and you're calling it new because it has a different name. So I hope we don't see that, but it might happen. We are currently looking at Festival Walkway and this will be the return of their Spooktacular Kids celebration, which is a Halloween event that happens during the day, and I believe it is on the weekends only. I'll put the dates on the screen here below. Now, what's funny about this whole festival walkway area this year is not only will it be holding the kids event, but just on the other side in Gwazi Field, there will be a scare zone there this year, which is crazy because we've never actually had a scare zone in the field. We've had houses and shows. So this year we will be having Raven's Mill as a returning scare zone, but it will be in Gwazi Field, and there are some special twists that will be happening this year. Now, you actually won't be able to enter through this festival walkway area. You'll have to go on the opposite side of the Springs Tap Room and enter that gate over there, and that's how they're gonna operate that. I don't know how well it's going to work, because if that is an entrance and an exit, it's gonna be kind of hard to, you know, crowd control. So unfortunately, the side going towards Sesame Street does not open until 10:30, and it's only 10 o'clock. I don't want to wait a half an hour for some to open, so we're just gonna start on the opposite side of the park and work our way back towards the Sesame Street area. So in my last video, I already went over descriptions and everything of houses and scare zones. I probably won't do it again in this video, but if I do, I'll just shorten everything so people aren't watching the same stuff they already watched. But right now, we are in front of the returning haunted house for Howl-O-Scream known as D.H. Bagham's Circus of Fear. If you guys weren't here last year, but you were here previous years, this is the location of where Deathwater Bayou once was. It is now a circus-themed house. D.H. Bagham's kind of picks up people from his little carnival, turns them into his minions. So I really did enjoy the house last year, and I hope it comes back just as good, if not better. You always want better, you don't want worse. But with that, you know, I'm excited it's returning. Like I said, I just hate that we only ever get returning stuff and we only get like one new thing for houses each year. We get new scare zones here and there, but those lack a lot of things. So I want to see more new haunted houses, not just one per year. and then we knock it off, you know, in 2 years when it doesn't work out. The only house I know that's ever lasted so long was Deathwater Bayou. So we're coming up to the Moroccan Palace, and we're going to take not an immediate left, that's to the Gorillas, but we are going to go up here to the Trust Work of Cheetah Hunt and take a left into our next scare zone, a new one for this year. And this scare zone right here is known as Sawgrass Slaughter. Basically, Florida man, skunk ape, gone wrong. It is the most Florida thing you could have here in Florida. And let me tell you, to be honest, it looks amazing. If you guys know where these trees are from, then you're also gonna know where this is from. This is really, really cool. Like, I have no crap I can say about it. The attention to detail in here is insane to me. Welcome to Sawgrass Slaughter, legend of the skunk ape. And they really, really use this area to the fullest potential. They really did. And they even went as far as adding trail cameras. That is so, so cool. All right, Busch Gardens, I see you. I see you. This is really cool. I cannot wait to see it lit up at night. I hope they do some of that swamp, low-lying fog. That'd make this look incredible. I mean, it expands from where we started to literally right here. It is a huge zone, and I love it. I just noticed this up in a tree. They have a tree stand here, and they have somebody watching out for a skunk ape. That's, man, the attention to detail. I can't say anything bad about it. So I'm walking through this scare zone again, like off camera, and I am mind blown. I really am. Like, I'm okay with being proven wrong. I'm okay with people telling me that I just talk too much trash and don't wait for things to happen. I only talk trash about the truth that anybody can see anywhere. But this scare zone, oh, man. Alrighty, so this area that we're looking at right here, just right out of the Animal Care Center and right here at the Nairobi train station, this will be Beyond the Veil this year. That's that fairy tale kind of orc creatures. They react to, you know, the black light, and they have the cool face paint. Yeah, that'll be this zone. And unfortunately, the only thing up is literally just lighting. They have nothing else up. And all the string lights and stuff, all for Christmas. So, it seems like they're a little behind on this zone, or they're just going to roll out stuff day of, which is weird to me. But, yeah, this empty space will be Beyond the Veil. Alrighty, so we are walking into our next scare zone. This is a returning scare zone as well. And this scare zone is known as Sin City Zombies. Basically, Las Vegas Strip gets taken over by zombies. And some of them happen to be some of your favorite artists and celebrities that hang around Vegas. So here's the motel. Got an icebox, telephone, another piece of the motel. And right over here, it's covered up right now, but this will be a bus. This bus was at the front of the zone last year, and it looks like it'll be at the front or end, depending on which way you come through it this year. The only thing I don't see, and I'm upset about, and it probably will be a last-minute prop, is... You guys remember the airplane? Like the really cool airplane that was just sitting on the ground in the zone last year? I don't see it anywhere. Well, I hope they bring it back. That was a really, really cool prop. But, unfortunately, I don't see it right now. Maybe it'll be in a different zone this year. I will say, I'm kind of scared for this scare zone to be where it's at this year, because just look how not wide this pathway is. It is pretty narrow once you add stuff like this to this area. I mean, the lighting pole is pretty much in the walkway. So I'm hoping crowd control can go a little better this year, but it kind of worries me because it doesn't really open up till this path here where you got two different ways to go. Because it was even a little tight when they had the shortcut here, and it didn't necessarily work out the best. If you want a little bit of a Christmas town update, it looks like they've already started lighting and going crazy around the park with that, and it does look like they got some new lights, so maybe we won't have empty busted trees this year. So no scare zone in Pantopia this year. Now, if they do bring a good amount of hordes back this year, possibly we can see some chainsaw clowns in this area. That would be awesome. Or any horde. I just feel like it's a little empty. Like there's nothing to do except for the house, which we'll talk about in a minute, and the new show that will be coming to Dragonfire Grill, known as The Reckoning. Now, with that little description, I don't know how to feel about it. I'm excited to see a new show coming to the event, but I just don't know how well this one will work. I don't know if it's going to be as good as Fiends was. Like, everybody loves Fiends. Nobody liked that Rock the Grave BS that we had last year. Terrible, terrible. So I hope this one's a little better. I'm kind of hoping this goes along the lines of like Monster Stomp at SeaWorld, like with that energy and kind of effort put into it. But I don't know, we'll just have to wait and see. So we are looking at the location for the brand new house coming to Howl-O-Scream, which will be located in Pantopia right outside of the new Phoenix Rising ride known as Shadows in Wonderland. And I don't know if you guys can tell, but there is a black wall kind of right over here where it looks like there will be an opening to the house, which is super weird, or they just have it open to bring props in. I don't know. I'm kind of really excited to see how this house turns out. It might be a really good replacement, just like Circus of Fear. So basically, Shadows in Wonderland is going to be a twisted Alice in Wonderland type story. So that excites me. That's a dark, twisted version of Disney movies, which I love anything dark and twisted that has to do with making Disney look scary. So I switched over to my iPhone so I'm able to zoom in a lot more for you guys, and this will be a scare zone this year. It's a brand new scare zone. It is known as Ragnar's Wrath, and it will be in the shortcut of in between Tigris and here at the bumper cars. So I'm very excited that they are utilizing the space once again. So I quite honestly forgot about this tiger trail, and you can totally walk and see stuff from here. So that's what we're gonna do, but we're still gonna try to get on the sky ride. But this is an easier option just in case I can't. So through the trees, you can see some truss work, lighting being done. The trees are blowing, doesn't want me to see it. And then right through the trees here, kind of literally right there, that is a building of some sort. So I'm super excited to see how this kind of all works out. Again, this will be Ragnar's Wrath. This is all kind of themed around Vikings and the Norwegian culture, and you know, probably their legends and sorts and their killings. So I really hope they can pull this off, because this is a culture-based type zone, really, honestly. If they mess it up, they're gonna make a lot of people mad, and I don't want to see them make people mad in that way. I'd rather them make people mad by selling expensive tickets but not giving them their money's worth. Like, that's totally different to me. But culturally making somebody mad, that's bad. So I really hope they can do something good with this, and I'm excited to see something back in this area once again. So it's not looking like we're gonna have anything in this area this year at all. This may possibly be another opportunity for them to bring hordes back and possibly let the sliders roam around more. This is an empty spot, at least from what I can see on the map, so I'm not too sure. But now we're gonna head over towards Tigris, talk about a house and a show that is coming over there. Now, I'm not sure if this is permanent or not, but I do know that in previous years, and I believe this year as well. They've had a bar here known as the Blood Bar. Looks like it could be returning, but I'm not sure if this is for guests or for that bar. Either way, I think it's returning, and it'll be definitely in this area somehow, some way. So they already have the sign up here at the Stanleyville Theater for Cirque Extreme, and this is a returning show. Basically, it is a Cirque show with a little bit of spookiness added to it. It's a really cool show. If you've ever seen the summertime show, Cirque Electric, think of that, but just adding the thrills of Halloween to the show. It's cool, but let's hope they do something different this year and not the same stuff they've been doing as of late. So right now we are here by Tigris, and we are looking at the entrance of a returning house for this year and previous years, The Forgotten. It's coming back, and this year it's the same theme as it was last year, where the hunters take over the vampire lair and try to kill the vampires, and honestly it doesn't work out. But yeah, house is returning. It'll be in the same area over here. So I don't know, if this house can be filled with scare actors, it'd be great, but if it's just gonna keep being empty like it's been, I had one good run through last year, one good one, and that's when everybody was in their spots and they scared the shit out of me. So let's hope it can be like that again. So I was walking to head towards Sesame Street in that part of the park, and I noticed, so this is normally the exit for The Forgotten, but now it's a do not enter ambassadors only area. So where is the exit going to be this year? Because I believe this is also where Fast Pass would have entered. This will be interesting. Now we're headed up this ramp, and we're going to head up to our next scare zone, which was the location of Raven's Mill last year, but this year it is Tree Lot Massacre. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I feel like this scare zone is going to be a bit of a disappointment. I feel like they took everything from Residents Home for the Holidays and they're just shoving it here because, well, they didn't have the budget to totally do something new. So they had to just use what they had and pick a name for it. So let's get up here, take a look. Alrighty, so here we were looking at some Christmas lights. They're just strung across either side of the pathway. And yep, we'll pause here because it's empty. And here we are, Tree Lot Massacre. The only thing scary about this zone is how cheap it looks. These are definitely just like trees they have from Christmas Town that they don't use anymore, and they took all the lights off. These are old crates they had and decided not to use them. So they used them for here. Like, this is bad. I mean, that is literally all this zone. It's just trees that they had laying around from Christmas Town they don't use anymore. Some lights that they don't use for Christmas Town anymore. Some signage that they probably were able to make and it looks decent. And then this, whatever this is, I mean, fresh cut for a bloody Christmas. I don't know. I mean, this is bad. This is terrible. It is. I mean, maybe there's something cool under here. I mean, I don't know what it would be. We're in a tree lot, but it's big and looks like a cylinder. I mean, yeah, this is it for the zone. Trees, Christmas lights, and some cheap signage. Holiday horror starts with a tree. I mean, I'm no Debbie Downer. I'm not. I'm just completely honest. This zone is trash. It is literally a dumpster fire of leftover stuff that they just threw in a zone and called it Tree Lot Massacre. The only thing getting massacred is my wallet for paying the prices for these tickets and getting this. What? I mean, I'd rather have seen Little Nightmares come back and take over this whole area, which they are returning. Little Nightmares is. They're back in their original spot from 2020, but I'd rather have them just taken over this whole area or keep it empty and put some hordes in here. This is garbage. So I walked this zone a little more, and you know what this reminds me of? If any of you know me personally, I used to work at Home Depot, and I would work the tree lot a lot during the season, like pretty much every day. And this just reminds me of this, like, hey, what size tree do you want, man? Yeah, I'll cut it for you, you know. Hey, I'll wrap that tree for you. Like, that's what it reminds me of, and it's so bad that that's what it reminds me of. So the only thing scarier than the zone is me feeling like I'm returning to a 9-to-5 job and not, you know, doing this. So oh yeah, that's pretty scary too. So my wallet's getting massacred by the prices, and my thoughts are living my nightmares of going back and working at Home Depot. Woo, that's scary. Also, I figured out what this is. This is that ticket booth that they keep using every year since they got rid of the clown scare zone. It was in the Derby zone last year, and it's here this year, but what is its relevancy to a tree lot? Why is there a ticket booth at a tree lot? You don't normally pay for a tree at a ticket booth. You normally find the guy who's walking around the lot in his tree lot uniform. You give him some cash. So that's weird to me. This is literally just this is the junkyard this year. Like, this is just everything that they had left over, and they needed an extra zone because they cut their budget. That's what it is. I mean, some of these trees don't even have their full tops. You tell me you're gonna sell me that tree? No. I mean, that, you can literally see it is missing the whole top. Ridiculous. Alrighty, so we are walking down Laurie Landing and coming into Sesame Street, and we're going to be looking at a returning scare zone that actually didn't make the cut last year, but they decided to bring it back this year, and that is Little Nightmares. And just look at this design here on this trusswork. It's pretty cool. I like that. Now, other than the truss work literally right there, I see nothing set up for the zone. Like, none of the doors that they would stand at. There's not even a bungee set up anywhere from what I can see. They're so behind on those two zones, Beyond the Veil and here with Little Nightmares. It is insane. It's kind of scary. I mean, we got 17 days until the event. This is sad. It's kind of scary. We are over in Sesame Street, like actually in Sesame Street. Here's like the water pad, and here is the windmill from Raven's Mill. So if you guys didn't believe me, yeah, it's literally going to be in the middle of the field. I don't know how they're gonna do it. It seems very odd to me that they're gonna use this big area for just a scare zone. So I hope it turns out good and they didn't just waste time doing this. Alrighty, and now we are walking into the garden right outside of the Coke Pavilion area. And this will be the entrance of a returning, reimagined house known as Witch of the Woods. Now, this brings me to a very hot topic that I had on my mind, and some people told me not to bring it up, but I'm gonna bring it up anyways. This house description was most definitely written or thought of by AI Chat GPT, and I will show you why right now. Look at this and read it. Look at this and read the description. What is that? Is this event turning into an AI generated event? Who knows? I could be wrong. I could be right. I could just be the bad guy of it all. You guys let me know in the comments below. That was just wild to me when I saw that. Crazy. I know, it's crazy, but we can't be using Chat GPT and AI to make our events. We should be hiring creators and artists and writers to do that. We have people out there that are so talented, they just rather not pay them. So this is cool. We will be getting an iScream booth right here outside of the entrance and exit for Raven's Mill. I love the design. Why can't we get more food-specific Howl-O-Scream areas around the park? Like, I think we had 2 last year, maybe 3. It's a lot of alcohol, but like, give me food and stuff like this. That'd be dope. Well, I was wrong. They didn't take all of the calendars down, just one of them, because here we are still saying November 3rd on the calendar. Why is this so hard to change? Just change it, Busch Gardens. Please. Not everybody looks at your website. Not everybody looks at your social medias. A lot of people come here and look at this, and that's how they plan things. And it's just straight out confusing. It doesn't matter whether they look at websites or not. So confusing for no reason. Our last and final thing we need to talk about today here in the park is the returning house, Stranglewood Estates. I am actually excited for that one. We did the Lights On tour during their Scary to Merry event, and it looked fantastic. I cannot wait to see it all come together with all the lights on, everything, all the scare actors in there. I'm actually super excited for this house. Now, it's not reimagined or rethemed. They just added elements to make it better, which I'm excited about. So I'm glad they're giving it another shot. But if it's just gonna keep being empty like it has been in past years, it's not gonna work out. They just need to get rid of it. It's too big of a house, they can't fit. Alrighty, so that is gonna do it from us here at Busch Gardens Tampa, talking about everything Howl-O-Scream. It's looking like it's going to be a decent event this year. Not great, not terrible, but man, that Tree Lot Massacre is a dumpster fire. And I hope more gets added to it, or it at least looks better at night with scare actors, because, oof. But let's head back to the office. I want to sit down and get a little more in depth on certain things that I really want to talk about. Alrighty, so we are back home from Busch Gardens Tampa, and after looking at everything for Howl-O-Scream, I still have so many mixed opinions and thoughts on this event that I have decided I'm going to literally turn it into a whole video. So that one will be out Monday. You guys are watching this on Friday. It'll be called My Final Thoughts of Howl-O-Scream 2024. I just have so much I want to talk about, and we're gonna go back and check out some stuff that has gone up in the park since I filmed this video. So make sure you guys look forward to that. But with all that being said, if you guys did enjoy the video, make sure you smash that thumbs up button. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. From the looks of the event and how everything's going up right now, what do you guys think of the event? Are you guys excited? Are you guys coming this year? Or are you guys skipping out on 25? Let me know in the comments below. And like always, I'll see y'all on the next journey. Peace.